How's it going, everybody? David Medina with Trending Politics News here. We're out in San Diego today asking people, why should I stop supporting Trump and Elon? We're hoping to have some good discussions. Let's go. There's a lot of people, Lincoln Riley, that got murdered by an illegal immigrant.
Like I'm telling you, it's people die every day.
And you didn't vote for him?
No, I did not.
You voted for Kamala?
Yes.
Okay, so what about Trump don't you like?
Just look at what's going on right now. One of the things that I had an issue with was the deportation stuff, and he spoke about it prior to him becoming the president of the United States. Yeah. And I just feel like there's a better way to handle that situation.
So you don't agree with deportations?
I do agree with deportation, but it's just how you do it.
Yeah. How should he be doing it?
I think that people that's been here for a long time, that's been paying taxes and not even having an opportunity to go in and file to receive the money, that's an economic boost for the United States. Why not just have them get a worker's permit and have them pay a fee for that permit, let them come in, do their work, and most of them want to go back home. They're trying to take care of a family at home. Right. If you make it easy for them to come in and for them to do what they want to do, they're going to stimulate the economy. They're going to pay for stuff here.
What about the argument that maybe some of these people are voting? They're actually voting in some of these elections. They're not citizens. They shouldn't be voting, right?
Yeah, but isn't that up to our government to make sure that everything is safe? It's a safe and fair election.
Do you think Trump is a racist?
No.
Okay.
I think that Donald Trump is a businessman and he's about the money.
Yeah.
And it's easy to make social media and stuff come out to the point to where people are arguing with each other. You get the minorities fighting and arguing with each other while the business of making money is sliding right underneath. Yeah. I have no ill will towards anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you respect me,
It almost seems like you kind of maybe could support Trump if he would have maybe. What are some other issues besides?
Listen, I'm a registered Republican.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff is what I believe in.
Yeah.
But it's just about the way that we're going about stuff. You know, I don't believe that.
You seem like a guy that you're loving. You want to be loving. You want to be let's take care of the people. Let's not be as.
Yeah.
I can see that. What are some other things about Trump that you don't like besides the deportations?
There's nothing. I don't dislike him.
Well, you didn't vote for him though.
No, I did not.
Around voting time, you were like, I just can't vote for this guy, and I'm going to vote for Kamala because I think she's better for the nation, which I think a majority of people would agree Kamala was not going to be good for America.
Well, I'm not saying she was the best vote for America, but case in point is look at how things are going on now. Like if you're doing this, you've been looking at Republicans going to their town halls and they're frustrated about what's taking place right now, right?
Well, tell me, what issues are they upset about?
They're upset about a lot of issues. They're upset about the fact that jobs are being lost, that they're making all these major cuts and a lot of people are losing their jobs.
So you're a Republican, you didn't vote for Trump, and that's good, that's your right. I think what a couple of things that stick out to me is that you're saying there was a lot of jobs that are being lost. Those jobs, I want you to know, that's the waste that they're cutting with Doge. Those are government jobs. Those are a lot of it's government jobs. If you go look at some of the titles of these people weren't even doing anything. There were people being paid that weren't even working.
I'm not saying that there's not, but is the way that he's going about it the best way?
How else could he go about it besides just cutting it and saving us money?
If I was the president and I was the person that was my job.
I love that my taxpayer dollars are being saved, honestly.
I pay more taxes than anybody around here. Believe me. I pay a lot of tax dollars. Over and above.
You should be happy about the waste that they're cutting within the government.
But is it really waste? Like what? I don't get it.
I'll tell you some of the waste they found. I'll tell you some of the waste, right? So we were funding literally transgender surgeries for mice, and we were funding Iraqi Sesame Street. We were funding all of these things.
And so obviously you're looking at the news because that's the same stuff that I saw that they were talking about.
So you don't like that either.
You're looking at the news.
So
you just told me you wasn't looking at the news, but yet you said
no. I didn't say I wasn't looking.
I
didn't say I wasn't looking.
Fox News. He's saying the same stuff that was on Fox News.
I love it. I love it. I just want my taxpayer dollars going to stuff that
I
help
want my
us.
taxpayer dollars to go to good things too. However, there's just a way of handling business. There's a way to do things, and
Well, Kamala would have been a disaster, right? Can we agree on that?
You know what? There's some things that our last president did. I don't know if it would be a reflect on her or not, but
Bro, she was the vice president.
Yeah, but the vice president only has a certain amount of power. You know that.
She was in charge of the border.
You know that. You know that. You know that.
But Kamala Harris was in charge of the border.
You know that everything that happens on the border has to go through.
Sir, Kamala Harris was the border czar. She's the reason why we had open borders.
No.
She was.
No.
100%.
There's more to it than that, and you know it.
What? Tell me then.
Come on,
Tell me,
man.
bro. I don't know everything, so I mean, amen. Tell me.
One person does not have 100% control over anything. Everything.
So
has
explain
to be-
Tom Homan right now.
everything has to
Tom
go
Homan's
through the
taking care of business.
Everything has to go through the government.
Yeah.
Everything has to go to the government. You know that a vice president don't have that type of juice.
You didn't think Kamala Harris had the power to shut down the border? She didn't even visit the border at
I
all.
think that it was more than Kamala Harris. You're just talking about one person, and you know damn well that it's more than one person that makes decisions when it comes to America.
So for open borders over the last 4 years,
If
all
that
the
was
people
case-
coming over.
Listen, if that was the case, hold on for a minute. If that was the case, then it wouldn't be any court. It wouldn't be any court stuff going to local courts right now about decisions that Donald Trump's making. It wouldn't be any court or any lawsuits or anything going on. Don would just be able to do whatever the he wants, and nobody could say nothing if it's just one person in control. We both.
But
know
Biden and Kamala did nothing about the border, though.
I'm not pleased with how they handled that situation.
That's a big deal, man. There's a lot of people. I mean, Laken Riley that got murdered by an illegal immigrant.
Like I'm telling you, it's people die every day. It's people die every single day. We can't just say illegal immigrant is the only person that's killing. Well, all these church and school killings not done by illegal immigrants. You got regular American
So the
people.
Laken Riley,
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait, hold on. Let's don't change it. Don't change it up. Yeah, there's legal immigrants that do illegal stuff and that done that, but Americans kill too, right? We have Americans that's went in schools and in churches and done mass murders. So, yeah.
Well, Laken Riley could have been prevented if we would have done our job by securing the border.
How many students at these schools that got shot up and at the churches got shot up could have been prevented?
That's
by
fair.
Americans that murdered somebody.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like I said, I'm a Republican, but
there's only so much things.
It's a line with the bullshit that I'm willing to say, hey, enough of the bullshit.
No, I think
So
that's a fair.
100.
I think that's a fair point.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
just be 100.
I just think though, but with all this stuff going on, we can't just throw our hands up and go, well, just because people die, we're just going to leave the borders open.
Hey, you didn't hear me say that. Don't put words in my mouth. That's what you said.
Okay.
That's
Fair
what
enough.
someone else said.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
But you are kind of minimizing though. You are kind of minimizing the Laken Riley thing.
I didn't minimize nothing. Did you hear me minimize anything?
But is it a problem that Laken Riley got killed by someone that wasn't supposed to be here?
If anybody gets killed.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay, we agree on that.
If anybody gets killed, it's a problem. And we need to solve that problem. Regardless if it's mass murders from a U.S. citizen or mass murders from a person we let in or mass murders from a person that that snuck in.
Yeah.
I do believe in deportation. Obama deported more immigrants than any president. Trump still
you talk about doing it the right way. Obama was putting kids in cages, brother.
Well, I mean, Obama was putting people in cages.
He was putting the kids.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Fox News and
Bro,
CNN
it's okay.
MSNBC and News Nation and News X, none of them showed it because that's what I do for.
Because it's all controlled by the left. We all know that. The media is mostly controlled by the left.
No.
But
no.
It was Obama.
Get out of here.
It was Obama. It was Obama that put the kids in cages.
Wait. The shit was good. Don't start that shit. Don't start. Like I said, I'm a registered Republican.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
And I've been on this earth about 20 plus more years.
Yeah. No,
so don't start that.
Even in this conversation, I'll be real with you. I learned a lot of stuff in this conversation from you. I love this, bro. There's stuff that you know. There's a lot of stuff you know that I don't know, and vice versa.
And I know that.
And that's why we do this.
I know you hitting that narrative. I mean, that's the same narrative that you see on TV all the time, and you're doing it.
Well, it's just my personal narrative, bro. I mean, if you look at the news.
I'm just saying, any president, Republican or Democrat, is going to have some faults. They're going to do something at a percentage of American people that they just don't like.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
I'm not saying.
Biden and Kamala were really bad.
I'm not.
They were really bad
what?
for America.
I'm not saying that they was going to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They was. You know what I'm saying? They were.
But they were pretty. They now we're going to win the Super Bowl. They ain't even going to play. They didn't even play.
Biden was our president, so I respected him. Trump is my president.
And I like
now.
that. You respect the office of the presidency. I like
Dude,
that. I like that.
Come on.
I like that. But we can still call it out that Biden and Kamala were a disaster for America, brother. I mean, they were. They were. Inflation. You had record high.
Bad. Matter of fact, that Donald Trump, he actually got a good inflation. He actually received a good inflation. So you need to check that out.
You say Trump inherited good.
Inflation was not bad, bro. When's
the last time you've been to a grocery store, man?
What? I go to the grocery store all the time.
You didn't notice inflation was horrible under Biden and Kamala?
I mean,
damn.
Is the food prices any drop now?
Well, no. A little bit. Yes, they actually have. They actually have. Yes, egg prices nationally. Go look at negative.
Bro, I just paid $1.19 a pound for fucking bananas.
Brother, where do you get your news from?
What? I get my news from the same place you get your news.
I don't think so, because you would see prices are down.
I get my news from the same place you get your news.
Maybe not in California and Oregon, but nationally.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
This is what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You can hit those little items and stuff, but you can say inflation was high or low, but it's about the same.
Yeah.
The inflation is about the same.
I like your.
My deal is that, like, instead of us trying to create division, we need to be trying to unite. You know what I'm saying? I like
that. I'm with you on that.
The middle class America, and I make more than the middle class American.
Yeah.
But the middle class American, a person who's making $100,000 a year, is struggling right now.
Absolutely.
What the fuck is the president going to do to help them out?
He's doing it now.
We'll see.
He's doing it now. That's what the tariffs are about. That's what the tariffs are about.
Tariffs is taxing American people.
The tariffs are
Tariffs tax the American people.
The tariffs are so that we can stop relying on China and other countries for our manufacturing goods.
You ain't never gonna stop doing that. You ain't never gonna stop doing that.
Look at the investment that's already been made.
I bet you know what? Let's meet back here. My son's doing the marathon. I'll be right here next year.
I love it.
And you come back and you tell me that things have changed in the year time because of all this stuff.
Well, you saw all the car manufacturers that have already invested in
But you need to understand about tariffs, right?
Yep.
I don't think you do.
I do. I
don't think you do.
I do.
A tariff is a tax on American people.
Yes, but why does Trump need to do that?
Well, listen. I want you to just look.
Sorry. I'm not the most balanced brother. I need to get back.
I want you to do one thing.
I need to get in the
Hey, me too. So we good. We solid.
He barely touched me, and I said,
hey, I want you to do one thing. The news right now and advertisement right now on social media right now, the car dealerships are winning right now, hand over fist. Know why? They're saying, hey, we got inventory right now today, so you can get a car for cheaper before we start importing with the tariffs. Basically, they're doing a fear thing to tell these people that the prices of cars going to go up because of the tariffs. Anything that's made, any parts that's made, anything that's made that comes from a different place here is taxed. That's what a tariff is. And if I'm a business owner, do you honestly think I'm going to take a 25% cut in my profit? No, I'm not. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pass it to you and the camera guy. That's what I'm going to do.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I don't like people who are like too far one way or the other. I think that you actually try to like look at the facts and shit. That was great.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. And I think the most important thing is that stuff like this happens right now so that you can actually get a gauge and a point of view from regular people.
Yeah, there's no division here.
Listen, man, I voted for every Bush.
People's brains, bro.
I voted for every Bush.
What we can't have anymore, though, we can't have you voting for people like Kamala, bro.
Yeah, but let me put it to you this way. Hey, then don't get on there and threaten to bother people who's trying to make a living. Don't get on there and start doing desegregation shit. I'm a black man.
Where's that happening? Where's that happening?
Did he pass it, though?
Did he pass what?
I want you to look at it. Where this guy is talking about taking back stuff. Don't take the stuff that I learned as a kid. Hold on. Don't take stuff that I learned as a kid and trying to take it out of the archives, Black history. Like those are things that
Trump's done a lot of things for black people. Man.
Every president's done a lot of things for black people.
No, Trump actually did stuff for black people.
Like what
First
Trump
Step
did for black people.
He's First Step Act.
So he's he's taking the federal deal about discrimination
Did you know that
and
Kamala Harris put black men?
Don't stop talking about Kamala. We talking about Donald.
You're the one that voted for her.
I did vote for her, and I'm telling you why. But you don't want to respect the reason why, though.
Okay, let's hear why.
If you don't want to respect the reason why,
you gotta hear me.
I'm gonna hear you. Go ahead.
Kamala Harris put
talk about Trump. What I just said about Trump.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a cause and effect.
With the executive order for desegregation to be erased.
You guys open up.
I didn't hear that.
You need to hear it.
Okay, I'll look it up. I will. But Kamala Harris put black men in jail for possession of marijuana.
That was her job.
And she bragged about it.
No, but that was her job.
But she bragged about it.
That was her job. If something is against the law and you break the law, you're not supposed to go to jail.
I get that, but why did she keep him in jail longer for cheap labor? She did that. No, you know what Trump did?
Hey, listen. Yeah. She can prosecute him, but the sentence is the sentence for the crime.
There was also
she cannot dictate the sentence that she gives somebody.
General.
Well, what I'm saying is that the sentence for a crime is a basic deal. Murder is 15 to 25.
Yeah, but she purposely kept black men in jail.
I don't agree with that.
So California could have cheap labor.
So what you're saying is that because they black, they're supposed to get less time than anyone else?
I'm trying to say that Trump has done more for black people than Kamala or any Democrat has.
But you just was talking about Kamala, now you're jumping back on Trump. Let's stay on one.
They're connected.
Let's stay on one.
Connected.
No, they're not connected.
Trump passed the First Step Act that released record black people.
He also just signed the executive order for the federal.
Because if you're right, I'll stop supporting him right now. Which one is it? Which one is it?
It's desegregation. I mean, that's on Fox News, man. That's the simple shit. Hey, what's your name? You got my son.
Yeah.
You can call me.
You guys gotta go?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You guys get out of here. Good luck on your marathon, man.
Hey, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, man. Love you guys.
Hey, good shit, bro.
You too, bro.